Hello everyone, this is Lauren and I am checking back in with you. I am at the 14-day mark on my Roca Labs formula and I am now weighing 175.6 pounds. So in 14 days I've lost 6.2 pounds using Roca Labs. And we are remembering that I am a previous gastric bypass patient, so that the way I use the formula is different from the way everyone else uses the formula. And if we have time, we'll just go into that a little bit further right now. So everyone else eats or drinks the formula and it fills up their stomach so that they can eat less. That doesn't work for a previous gastric bypass patient because there's no sphincter at the bottom of our pouch. So if you just tried to eat it, or you can't drink it because then it would just go right into your intestines, and it would do no good. It probably would help you if you were constipated, but wouldn't help you to eat less. So, you do need to mix it up, and on the website it says to use the smaller portion. That really doesn't help. You need to use the thicker one, the purple one. Make it as thick as possible. Use hot water to blend it, and put the water in first. Hot water. Put the Roca on top in a blender. A small blender if you have one, really small, like a handy chopper blender is what I use. That works really well. Pulse, 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 pulse. There's nothing left. Pour that into a container, put it in the refrigerator, and let it set up basically like Jell-O. Now, as far as the taste is concerned, I don't have a problem with the taste. And any of you that have ever tried any protein powders, protein drinks, protein bars that are out there that taste gross will not have a problem eating this or drinking this, because it tastes way better than any of those protein things out there. I mean, truly. So anybody who's ever complained about the taste is a weenie, because the taste is fine. I've still in 2 weeks never added anything to make the taste any different. I'm fine with the taste. It doesn't bother me at all. So I don't know. But anyway, back to how we previous gastric bypass patients, or at least myself, are using it. So after it sets up kind of like Jell-O in the fridge, I eat it when I'm hungry. So I don't eat it before I eat. I eat it when I want to eat. And then I plan out, so I plan out what my meals are going to be for the day so that I know what real food I'm going to eat. And then during the day, if I feel like I need a snack, Roca is my snack. Or if I'm bored and I feel like I need to eat, Roca is what I eat when I'm bored. If I'm watching TV and I feel like I need to be eating something while I'm watching TV, Roca is what I eat when I'm watching TV. Because this was what was a problem for me in the past, was when I would lay down at night, and everything was finally quiet in the house and I would want to relax and watch TV, that would be when I would want to eat. And that would be when I would reach into my bedside table had become the snack drawer for me. And so I'd be like, what can I get out of there tonight to snack and watch TV with? So now, instead of snacks in there, I just have my bowl of Roca right there. And so if I feel like I really need to eat, that's what I do. I still haven't even used the cravings powder thing that they sent in the box. I just haven't needed it yet. That may start soon, just because of the hectic schedule that I have 3 children and we're very active, and I have noticed just the last couple of days, when the kids have been out and they wanted a treat because they've, did something great and they wanted a little candy treat that, their cookie or candy bar looked really good. And I'm like, yeah, I could want some of that, So, and it is very, very, very important if you're a gastric bypass patient that you take your Roca with you everywhere. So yesterday, and until now, for the past 14 days, I have done that. I have a little cooler. I carry it with me everywhere I go with a little spoon in it. And, I don't carry it anymore in the white containers that they sent with it. I carry it in a, little Glad Tupperware, thing. So it really just looks kind of like Jell-O because I didn't want people asking me, what is that? Or what are you eating? Because it really just looks kind of like Jell-O in there, and the kids just say, "Oh, that's Mommy's special Jell-O." So that's what I do, and so I put it in a cooler, and but yesterday I forgot it because we were just crazy trying to run everywhere, and so sure enough, when I didn't have it with me, and they wanted those cookies, and I couldn't help it. I ate 2 pieces of a Kit Kat, and some chocolate chip cookies. And so if I had had my Roca with me, I wouldn't have eaten that. I would have eaten Roca for my snack because that is now my routine. That has been my routine for the last 2 weeks. When I want a snack, I snack on Roca. So for non-bypass patients, you can fill your stomach with Roca and then you can only eat 1 cookie or you can only eat 1 piece of chocolate. And that's great for you. But for bypass patients, it's different. If you eat Roca, because it's mushy, even when it's thick, it's still, a little mushy. And then you eat something on top of it, depending on the texture of what you eat, you can force it through the stoma at the bottom of your pouch. So, my experience is that for me, Roca is my snack, and then I carefully plan. I will eat. I will eat the amount that I want to eat at my meals, and then if I feel that I'm still hungry, I eat Roca on top instead of Roca before. So it's a little bit reversed for me as a bypass patient. Instead of eating Roca before, I eat Roca after. So I eat an appropriate amount for me before. If I still think that I'm hungry, I eat Roca after. And then that way I know that I'm not putting extra calories in by eating too much food. Now, that being said, because I am definitely eating a significantly fewer amount of calories, and what I'm eating texture-wise has changed significantly, I know I can tell a big difference in what and how my pouch reacts to food, especially meats and harder consistency-wise foods, because I think maybe I talked in a previous video, maybe last week, about having to swallow the Roca without chewing it into, a pulpy consistency, because if I chew the Roca real fine, it's going to drop right through again, just like if it was just like if I drank it. So I have to swallow it in a larger form, not chewing it. Just take a spoonful and try to swallow that almost in that whole spoonful, and then it'll sit there, and a couple spoonfuls is so I'm probably thinking if I was just doing Roca, I probably hold about maybe maybe about 75 cc's probably is what my pouches will comfortably, expand and not feel too tight with, not feel uncomfortable with. But that's in some of that I'm sure gets pushed through with that amount. But I know that I can put that much in. Some of it probably goes through, and I feel comfortable with that. Now, with solid food, if I now take a couple of bites, and I really mean a couple of bites of meat like steak or chicken or anything that's that denser consistency, boy, let me tell you, I can feel it now. Previously, my pouch had gotten really used to just, or maybe I've been over the past 7 years just really, really chewing things, accustomed to really, really chewing things really finely, and or maybe my pouch has just started to tighten up a little bit again because I'm not overstretching it or not stretching it out multiple times a day, so it's kind of shrinking a little bit back in. I'm not sure, but it's great because there's no way that I could it would be really hard. I'm not going to say there's no way, but I would have to very slowly build back up to how I was eating before I started Roca, because just a few bites and I can feel it sitting back up here, and I'm like, ooh, that's done. So, that's why I think the Roca's working for me as long as I use it the way I'm using it. So that's why I'm putting these videos out there. Because this situation is totally different than any I've seen, on the other videos out there. And the only other video I saw for another bypass patient out there didn't look like he had any success, and I think it was because he was trying to use it like everyone else, and I just don't think that it can be used like everyone else for bypass patient because our plumbing isn't the same. So anyway, maybe if he sees my video, maybe he'll, use his brain and think about how he's connected inside, and he'll go, oh yeah, and maybe he'll try something and see if it works for him. So anyway, time for me to go. See you next week.